Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. This is our midweek version of 5 Minutes with Phil, and we are just a few days away from Easter Sunday, and we have been taking a look at the last week of Jesus' life and learning a few things, and certainly applying those things to our lives as we've been looking at the last few hours that Jesus was on earth before he was crucified. Now, today, I want to focus specifically on the sufferings that Jesus went through and some of the wounds and the pains and the abuse that he took. I want to look at the sufferings of Jesus, and I want you to take a look at Luke chapter 22, verses 63 through 65. This is just kind of a small capsule of everything that Jesus went through. Take a look at the screen. It says this: "The men who were guarding Jesus began mocking and beating him. They blindfolded him and demanded, 'Prophesy, who hit you?' And they said many other insulting things to him." Now, this is just the beginning of the sufferings that Jesus went through. We learn that he was whipped 39 times by a weapon called a cat of nine tails that not only would inflict pain on impact, but the whip itself had strands on it that were laced with bone and stone, and it would also rip your flesh apart when they pulled it back. It was just a brutal way for somebody to be punished for a crime. And in Jesus' case, he was totally innocent. And he took that punishment on himself. We know that he was nailed to a cross. We know that he had a crown of thorns that was thrust into his head. And I'm not trying to depress you today, and I'm not trying to be vivid in my descriptions just for the sake of doing so. I want to remind us today that Jesus went through all of that for us. That was punishment that I deserved. That was punishment that I had coming to me. That was punishment that I should have had inflicted on myself. The whipping, the mocking, the insults, the beatings, the being spit on, the crown of thorns, the nails in his hands and feet, everything about that, the whole thing. That's what we have coming to us because of sin. And the beautiful part of this story in the midst of all this ugliness is the fact that Jesus loved you so much that rather than my going through that and your going through that, rather than our being punished for our sin, Jesus took it on himself. Why? Because he loves you. Because he loves you. You may feel unloved. You may feel like nobody cares, but let me tell you, there's somebody who does. And that's Jesus. And if you're the only person on the planet, he would have gone through that for you. And this morning, I want you to understand that there is a God who sent his son to go through all of that punishment because he loves you more than you love yourself. And if that love exists for me from God, I can walk around today and it doesn't matter what someone's opinion is of me, because I know that I am loved with a love to a degree that I can't even comprehend. And that love still extends today. Today, folks, every time you see a cross somewhere, realize that his love is what put him on that cross so that you wouldn't have to go through that. And that'll change your whole outlook of yourself. And I hope that really blesses you today. My time's way up. I love you. Thanks for joining me. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.